The weather may have been rainy, but spirits were bright inside the Summit Church in O'Fallon on Saturday. I had the chance to catch up and play some mini golf with an organization dedicated to helping families with disabilities. The Lift Disabilities Network will be hosting a bingo fundraiser night this Saturday at 6 p.m. at the Summit Church in O'Fallon. For more information about the program, as well as upcoming events, visit liftdisability.net. Every year, Athlete Network pairs with multiple universities around the country to join together employers and student athletes. For spring 2017, Lindenwood was one of only 7 schools that was picked to host a career fair. The St. Charles Home Show features vendors from all over the country who specialize in a wide variety of products, from kitchens and bath to gutters and siding, and even some palm trees. Last night, Lindenwood athletes gathered at the J. Scheidegger Center for a special event, and I had the privilege of getting dressed up and joining the fun. Notable winners from last night included gymnastics winning Team of the Year, men's lacrosse named Coaching Staff of the Year, while Connor Harris and Morgan Judd were named Male and Female Athletes of the Year. For LUTV News, I'm IvyReynolds.
Career fairs are common events at universities around the nation, but one network company is focusing on hosting fairs for a specific group of students. IvyReynolds has the story.
Lindenwood welcomed one of the largest network companies on Thursday night in an effort to get student athletes connected.
Athlete Network is a social media platform that helps athletes pursue their future career plans. So it's a career building tool. You can connect with career coaches who can lead you in the right directions with what kind of internships to take, or if I'm looking for a sales job in the Midwest, where should I look to? And you can also network with other athletes, former and current.
Every year, Athlete Network pairs with multiple universities around the country to join together employers and student athletes. For spring 2017, Lindenwood was one of only 7 schools that was picked to host a career fair.
We came in and everybody was kind of paired up at a table, not the same team, so it was people that you didn't really know, got to kind of get to know them a little bit, and then people from different companies came in and just gave like a brief little 5-minute about what their company was about, and then just that was it, and then they moved on, and if you were interested you could go and talk to them afterwards.
Casey Fennell, Assistant Athletics Director for Academic Services, said the fair helps students refine people skills needed to land a job.
It was a good learning session, so no matter what your major is, no matter what kind of field you're going in, if you already have plans for after school, this is a good chance to practice your interviewing skills, talk to employers one-on-one, people on the other side of the hiring process.
Associate Athletics Director for Student Athlete Services, Betsy Fotes, is optimistic about the opportunities the partnership with Athlete Network will bring to the university.
These employers are seeking student athletes, and they've got opportunities, and so I think when they come in and see how many student athletes that we have, because of the number of sports that we have, but not only that, but the type of athlete that we have, I think they're going to continue to want to come back.
For LUTV News, I'm IvyReynolds.
The Athlete Network is hosting fairs at 4 other universities over the next 2 months, including one at the University of Illinois in March.
Charles Convention Center played host to cabinets and windows over the weekend for the 13th annual St. Charles Home Show. IvyReynolds has the story.
Home improvements can be tough, but the annual St. Charles Builder Show can make it a little easier.
The home show is a great place for people to come if they're looking to do some kind of project on their home, inside or outside. There's about 250 booths here with people that can answer all of their questions, give them, estimates. They can make appointments with them, and they can answer all of their questions about their next home project. There is a whole lot of different companies here for everything inside and outside the home, so you're going to find siding, you're going to find windows, you're going to find roofers. You'll also find lawn care companies or lawn design, all of your hardscapes. So pretty much anything you're looking for your home, inside or out, we're going to have it here.
The St. Charles Home Show features vendors from all over the country who specialize in a wide variety of products, from kitchens and bath to gutters and siding, and even some palm trees.
My dad met my mom in Florida when they were younger, and he drove her off to Kansas, and she couldn't have a palm tree, so he decided he would build her one. About 15 years ago, he built the first palm tree, and all the neighbors said, "Build me one." Next thing you know, we're all quitting our jobs, traveling the country, selling palm trees. We only really market where palm trees don't grow. Not to say that we don't sell palm trees where they grow, but we do better where palm trees don't grow. So, and people here, obviously can't have a real palm tree outside year round, and that's kind of where we come in.
Troy isn't the only vendor looking to find a niche in the Midwest. A new solar light company is working to gain visibility in St. Louis as well.
This show gives us the event that we can talk to people and interest them in the products, because so many people say, I never even knew it existed. It gives us an opportunity to show an eco-friendly product that is solar friendly, gives you a tax credit, saves people money, and lowers their energy bills.
After 13 years running, the Builder Show has a working relationship with local companies and is gaining popularity in surrounding states.
A lot of the companies are from the St. Charles area. This is kind of the area that they do most of their business, but we do have companies from all over the St. Louis region and Illinois, and then some traveling companies that just travel pretty much 6 months of the year just doing shows around the country. So a good mix of companies.
For LUTV News, I'm Ivy Reynolds.
If you missed the show this weekend, you can still find contact information for local vendors. Just go to the St. Charles Builders website at stlhomeshow.com.
Last night, Lindenwood athletes gathered at the J. Scheidegger Center for a special event, and I had the privilege of getting dressed up and joining the fun.
Lindenwood athletes left their jerseys at the door as they dressed to impress at the annual Roar Awards.
We're at the Roar Awards, which is the NCAA's ceremony banquet that we have every year. We started off the night by having the academic awards for people who made a selective GPA, and now we have the Roars, which honors all of the athletes for multiple achievements that they've had throughout the year, both on and off the field.
Student Athlete Activities Committee President Bree Zanders says compiling the nominations is a year-long process.
Then we make up the categories and we send them out to the student athletes, and they get to pick, who is what and who goes where, and then from there we kind of get our top 6, and then we send it out again. The student athletes all vote, or not vote, but their teams vote, and then from that we get a top 3, and then a winner.
Men's volleyball freshman Sam Schindler was one of the select athletes nominated for an award this year.
I think the Roars is pretty good. It's a really good confidence booster because it lets you know you're doing all right in school and athletics, and people don't really say that unless it was a ceremony like this.
The academic reception was a new addition to the event, honoring athletes who achieved a 3.75 GPA.
I'm on the women's volleyball team, and we were actually awarded with the second highest GPA for the women's athletic teams here at Lindenwood. And we actually got a 3.76, which is super awesome because we have a lot of girls on our team, obviously, meaning we all did really well this past fall semester and the previous spring semester.
The Roars also included a surprise wish grant for a young girl with sickle cell anemia.
For me, my favorite part of the Roars this year was definitely the wish reveal with Carissa. That was a lot of fun, and getting all the student athletes involved with the balloons and the beach balls, and throwing them around, and granting her wish of going on a Disney cruise. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely think that this year the crowd, the students were great and very supportive, and just so excited to be there. So I'm happy that went well.
Overall, Wheeler was proud of all the hard work that went into making this night so special.
I guess I'm excited with what we came up with this year. It was a really good, successful night, and I'm really excited to keep improving it, figure out what we can do better, what we don't need, what we do need more of, and I'm just really happy to be part of SAC.
Right. And the Roars was a great turnout this year, and I hope that continues to, build and get better and better. But this is by far has been the funnest Roars I've ever been a part of.
For LUTV News, I'm Ivy Reynolds.
Notable winners from last night included gymnastics winning Team of the Year, men's lacrosse named Coaching Staff of the Year, while Connor Harris and Morgan Judd were named Male and Female Athletes of the Year. For LUTV News, I'm Ivy Reynolds.
Coming up on LUTV News, President Donald Trump has signed his first bill since being in office.
Also, Michael Flynn is out and Joseph Kellogg Jr. is in. We'll have the latest on this scandal that cost Flynn his job.
Plus, 3 new cabinet members are confirmed. We'll tell you their names coming up. Plus weather, sports, and more.
All along about...
Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Hank Lex.
And I'm Ivy Reynolds. Retired Lieutenant General Joseph Kellogg Jr. will replace General Michael Flynn as National Security Advisor. According to Press Secretary Sean Spicer, President Trump asked Flynn to resign yesterday after the White House said he misled Vice President Mike Pence and other administration officials regarding conversations with the Russian ambassador to the United States. He had served only 23 days. In a statement, Flint said, "I am tendering my resignation, honored to have served our nation and the American people in such a distinguished way." Democrats and some Republicans are calling for a congressional investigation. President Donald Trump tweeted, "The real story here is why are there so many illegal leaks coming out of Washington? Will these leaks be happening as I deal on in North Korea, etc.?" The challenge to President Trump's travel ban is moving forward in 2 circuit courts. According to CNNBC, appeals court in San Francisco and federal judge court in Seattle will vote this week to reconsider the appeal case. On Monday, Virginia federal judge halted enforcement of Trump's order on grounds that it violates the U.S. Constitution. California officials are racing against time and the threat of rain to make repairs on the Oroville Dam spillway. Holding back the waters of Lake Oroville, about 70 miles north of Sacramento, the dam is the tallest in America. A new hole appeared in the emergency spillway on Sunday, adding to the stress of the original 200-foot-long, 20-foot-deep gash from last week. Nearly 200,000 Californians have been evacuated with orders to stay away indefinitely until it is deemed safe to return.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, protests take place over Planned Parenthood in St. Louis.
That story, plus sports and weather ahead on LUTV News. The wife of a Ku Klux Klan leader and her son are charged with killing her husband. Authorities say Frank Ancona, the leader of the traditionalist American Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, was shot and killed in his Leadwood home last week. He was shot in the head with a shotgun and a 9mm handgun. On Monday, Ancona's wife, Melissa Ancona, and stepson Paul Jinkerson Jr. were charged with first-degree murder and the abandonment of a corpse. According to the New York Times, Ancona formed the Traditionalist American Knights in 2009. Following the police killing of Michael Brown in Ferguson, the group passed out leaflets that vowed to use lethal force against protesters. This is one of the busiest days of the year for flower shops, including the Parkview Gardens and Green Shop in St. Charles. Parkview has been a family floral shop for 85 years. Owner Holly Gillette is the 3rd generation to operate Parkview. Gillette explains how she's been preparing since January for Valentine's Day.
Over the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, we got our vases together. We started getting our flowers together, getting everything worked up. We put recipes together. We have most of our customers call in for custom orders. So we do a lot of samples that we put onto our website so people can see what we have available and different types of flowers and combinations of colors that are available. And so we've been working probably since early Saturday morning, Sunday, to prepare for today.
For more information on Parkview Gardens and what they have to offer, please visit their website at www.parkviewgardens.com. The American Girl Doll Company will release its first boy doll this week. The new doll's name is Logan Everett. He's a drummer who plays alongside his friend and singer-songwriter doll, Tenny Grant. The 18-inch doll character is part of the diverse 2017 collection that will also include a Korean American, Hawaiian American, and a reintroduction of Felicity from the Revolutionary War period. Both Everett and Grant will be available starting Thursday. Well, Hank, I really enjoyed the weather this weekend. It's kind of weird to have that here in February.
Yeah, it was weird. I busted my shorts out in February, so, it kind of felt nice. So hopefully we'll have more of that ahead, and Kyle will give us a peek forward.
Yeah, let's see it.
There's a lot to look forward to this week with temperatures rising and rain staying away. Looks like a great week to be outdoors.
That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Ivy Reynolds.
And I'm Hank Likes. Thanks for joining us.